and I left you at a stage where I wasn't ready to proceed with the game. Just get rid of some of this stuff. um, Anytime I like stand on an ore, I think it like populates a thing on my map. But anyway, so what I've done off camera is I spent a lot of time mining and panning essentially, and the process, just to remind you, is I would take this, a hammer, smash up some stuff, place this on the ground, and then we would pan it like so. Oh, there we go. Okay, so, and actually I'm glad I did this to demonstrate the process because I just got another clay. And the clay is the crucial part here because the clay is what gives me building blocks to get to the next island. Now, I've already started going to the next island over, but I haven't made it there yet, and it is a slow process to get material. Frankly, I would say it's slower and less straightforward than Minecraft. Granted, Minecraft has variations that are more like this, like Sky Factory Reloaded and stuff, but yeah, there we go. This process is a little bit more complicated than simply having a lava bucket and a ice making cobblestone, Okay, so we'll turn off the auto pan. And so we did get one clay there, and by the way, I did get 8 charcoal from a charcoal pit that I made, and it looks like my ingot molds are done. So the only one I'm waiting on is I made a crucible, 2 bowls, and a cooking pot that I've got the grass for, which is kind of astonishing because the grass takes forever to grow. I used up my very last grass to finish that part of it, but now I need sticks for the first time, and I don't have any left. By the way, I'm going to switch out these apples for carrots in my inventory because carrots expire a lot sooner. Alright. So I'm going to put these here, I guess. And we do have 2 clay and 2 stone. So another thing, I have gotten a couple rib cages out of the panning, and because of the, I can't remember which mod it is, I can make bone pickaxe heads. I don't think I can use the bones for handles. Maybe I can. Let me see. Yeah, I think I need a stick specifically for that. So I'm going to put these back in here, but the point is that I had 1 stick left, and I made it. The last thing was my pickaxe here. And what I've been doing, I think I did a little bit of this on camera, is I mine this one, then I mine this one, and that gives me plenty of stones, and then I mine this one, and I get a rock, a full rock. What Minecraft would have maybe called plain stone. Go ahead and grab that. And we'll go ahead and do this one more time here. And again, so it's the same predictable outcome every time. And let's put this away. Actually, and then what I do is I typically go and find a couple dirt blocks and replace them with the basalt. And I guess I'll put that back, but then yeah, I've got 2 dirt blocks that oh shit. Guess I'll put that there. Or did I just... I'm hearing like a noise that I haven't been used to hearing. Yeah, I think it's just me noticing something that I didn't notice before. It's not anything too crazy. But, like, then I'll take the dirt And I'll go out like to here, for example. Throw this on the edge there and see if it grows grass or something eventually. And we'll eventually be putting more trees and stuff out here too. But that's kind of what I've been doing. And as you can see, we've got about a little over half, I'd say, to this island, so that's good. And I've got 16 of these now, and so we can make a few more slabs. And now I've got 12 of those, and then of course I can smash this up and pan on that as well. Let me see if I can get this copper in there. So we do need to wait for sticks to do anything with the metalworking, but we can still slowly crack away at this, and frankly I think we're going to get to a point pretty soon where we're going to be within striking distance, and then I might start getting a little bit more desperate to get over there, because it has been a long time coming. And by the way, theoretically a hostile mob could spawn on these if there were a rift, or if it's night. Well, if it's a rift, I guess. Spawn conditions no longer are about nighttime. It's just rift, which rift plus light conditions, or underground. Okay, so that is probably close to 2/3. Probably need another 40 or so blocks to get over there. But we can really start to see. I mean, we do have what appears to be granite-based or possibly limestone-based rock. A couple cattails. It looks like maybe... I cannot tell what kind of tree that is. It might be a maple. We'll figure it out soon. But we are now waiting for sticks. That's the most urgent thing we're waiting for. But the other thing, of course, is just doing more of what I've been doing, which is just the mining and panning. So I'm going to do a little bit more of that now. Where did I put that? Oh, I still have it in my inventory, right. So I usually try to do like 20 or 30 blocks at a time in terms of these stones. Or in terms of the gravel that I make from these stones, so we'll do that. The other big problem that's clearly on the horizon, though, I've already used up my copper pickaxe. I found an interesting workaround in this bone pickaxe, but I do not have a workaround for the hammer yet, I think. I might just use the handbook and see if there's some modded thing. Doesn't look like it. I don't think there is. Okay. And so this hammer has 83 durability. Now, the good news is I've already smashed up enough tin to, move on to the next age. I'll be able to make another hammer soon enough. Oh, but you know what? I just realized I need to save... Fuck. I need to save my hammer for making tools. Unless I want to do a mold, unless I can make a mold with... See, I just don't have enough clay to make a mold. I mean, I guess I might as well keep mining with the bone pickaxe and basically use it up, but yeah, the problem is going to be that hammer. I mean... Probably going to need at least, I don't know how much durability, maybe, I'm trying to think what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, I'm guessing I'm going to need about 40 durability to make a hammer with the current hammer, so I think I can use it up to a point where I can use a little bit more durability on the hammer, but not much. And I'm cutting it close. I think it's worth it to cut it close, though, because why else would I have started the episode if I didn't think I could make any progress? So, and we do get some stone from merely... Oh, oops. Shit. Just jumped in the lava again. Merely from panning. It's a little bit of recycled recovery stone. Okay, there's the carrots. I ate those up. The tree... I did pick off all the apples from the tree. Got 23 days of storage in that chest. I was getting better rates than my inventory, wasn't I? Yeah, 39. I should keep those in my inventory if I can. And just to look at the obsidian to see what I can make with that. Axe. Hoe. Knife. Shovel. And spear. So that's it. Plus the stone paths, which I don't really want to make. Although, again, I would make them if I got desperate. Actually... Okay, so it's 4 obsidian per one, and that only yields 1, so that's not a great deal. I mean, the dirt itself is the same distance. It doesn't make sense to use paths. Okay, so, and by the way, the dirt recipe, just to remind you, in this mod pack is... So we can do the pebbles. We've already been doing that. We need crushed... Actually, is it crushed or pebbles? I can't remember, but... Here, let me just... Okay, so 59 durability. I'm reluctant to go much lower than that, maybe a little bit. But yeah, these are pebbles, and they're an ingredient for barren soil or gravel. Now the gravel's a gravity block, so we can't use it to build. But it is for barren soil, and then so we have the stone itself plus the pebble. We need the powdered and crushed version. Now, one of these we could make with a quern. And we'll soon have access. I mean, actually, well, we might already have access to, yeah, these peridotite rocks, I believe, can be used to make, yeah, we can do a peridotite quern. We just need 4 of those. And we can get that relatively soon because we just need to make a little platform for it to fall onto, and then we can start, and we need probably a bronze pickaxe to mine the quartz around it and stuff. So we're well on our way to that point, but we're not there yet. Now these, by the way, mature in less than a day, except for that one. But every other one is about a day. So I'm guessing by tomorrow sometime we're going to have oak trees and sticks. And very soon after, the ability to make new stuff. But let's go ahead and pan these 6. And by the way, I already threw away like 30-something flint. Flint I'm finding very useless. Is there any like modded purpose for flint besides tools? I could use the butcher hook. I could make some furniture, it looks like, but no real... Ooh, wait, hold on. Oh, I can make pebbles by crushing flint. And it gives me chert pebbles. That's interesting. So let me just do that real quick. Okay, so that's a reason not to throw in my flint. Although, again, we're going to run out of hammer durability. In fact, we're at 51 now, and I really don't want to go lower than that. So we'll make 2 chert gravels as well. But then let's pan what's available here. So I'll Control X to turn the auto pan on and see what we get here. Now I would like, really what I want is more clay. It's conceivable that if I got 3 or 4 clay, I would make a tool mold, although I suspect it might require 5 or 6. But I might start it with 2 or 3 clay. But if I only got 1 clay or whatever, I'd probably just make it into more slabs to go across the way. And this does take a minute, but it is crucial. And now that I've got my my pit kiln loaded up, I think probably one thing I should consider doing is starting to collect grass for a bed. We need 24 grass to make a bed in this game, and we have some ability to do that, but not much. But yeah, we'll just keep panning here. Sometimes during the panning, I have to stop when my inventory gets full. So let's disable the auto panning, and then I'll do one more to get rid of my thing. But then, yeah, it looks like I don't have despite my inventory being full, still good to go. We're banking quite a bit of resource from this. It's just slow going. And I really wish there was more clay. So yeah, I guess if we're aiming to get more grass, it makes sense to go ahead and do it this way. So let's get a couple of these. Okay. And just putting a few of these in place instead. Now we've got a few more dirt blocks, and then we can go put this maybe over here now. And it is nice working over here because I do have some paths where I can safely walk without trampling the grass, although it's very, very dodgy. And let's grab the torch for now. And I guess let's keep panning. Although I see one grass here. Let's grab that. Ooh, I almost stepped on that water thinking it was safe to do. So what? We almost lost that. Yeah, so there's our first grass towards second grass actually towards the bed. So I'll start accumulating those over here, I guess. So we need 22 more grass until we can get a bed, and boy, that's going to be a fun thing, because then, you know, if I had a bed right now, for example, I would be sleeping through the night to promote the growth of those trees. But alas, I don't have that option. Okay, so why aren't we getting the sound effect? Are we getting the sound effect, or am I? A little bit, I guess. It's kind of hard to make out. Not getting a lot of resource on this one, though. And we haven't made it to the chert yet. I like the ability to make chert from flint. That's kind of fun. You know, I insisted that I wasn't going to delete this mod when I go back to my other world, but the more I get used to it, the more I might be open to keeping it. Or that I was going to delete it, I mean. Anyway. Oh, now we're doing the chert. Now, theoretically, the only difference between the chert and the salt will be the underlying rock that we get. It won't change the makeup of the underlying drop chances. I think that the Vintage Story people should differentiate between, you know, different rock types with regard to minerals, because some minerals wouldn't have copper, for example. I have to be somewhere at 9:30. It's 8 o'clock right now, so theoretically I got about an hour. God, it'd be nice if I could get just a little bit more clay. And just, you know, for whatever it's worth, we look at clay, well, okay, so clay can be obtained by breaking things, but also we can make it in a barrel by adding dirt and water together, or powdered rock and water together. Now, I wouldn't mind using up some of my dirt to make a little bit of clay, but we don't have the ability to make a barrel yet because we don't have the saw. You can also buy it at the artisan trader. So again, panning is one way to facilitate that. We'll see though. Let's just keep up our auto panning now and see what we get here. And it does take a while, and you know, I will also, while I'm doing this, point out that there is, an auto sifter. Where is it? There it is. And it is a toggle and a bunch of metal plates and solder and soldering iron. So it is a very, very expensive block. In fact, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Could have sworn there was a different one. All right, let me go with sifter. I think maybe the mod has updated, and I'm not familiar. Yeah, vintage auto sift. Is that the old one from the old world? They don't make them the way they used to. Mod auto sifter. I believe this is an homage to the previous version of this mod. Oh, but we can use an empty auto sifter and use different grade. Okay, so whatever. Long story short, I don't have anywhere close to the resources to build that, so we're not going to bother with it for now, but it is one option to make this process a little bit more bearable when we get more technology going. Also, while I'm panning, let me just explain that I've planted all of my crops except for the pumpkin, and I am tempted to plant the pumpkin as well. In fact, I should, because there's no reason not to. There's just no animals up here. Alright, so let me let's do that real quick. Okay, so, and I'll also use the opportunity to dump my inventory. I guess I'll throw this in here. Can I put a bone handle on that one? No. Okay. So, for the pumpkin, grab the seed. Now bear in mind that this is our only pumpkin seed. Just like this, these are our only 2 turnip seeds, our only 4 or 5 flax. I guess 4 flax, and then 1 cabbage. And these are taking forever to grow, by the way, as you can see there. We're going to use this hoe, though, and I'm going to go ahead and put it here. This seems like as good a place as any. So I'll let that start growing. Okay. So back to the panning. And what I'm really hoping for is just a little bit more clay. Just a little bit more. Incidentally, also, largely due to the fact that this is a skyblock and not regular Vintage Story. I just am not doing nearly as much stuff, and thus I'm not getting nearly as much experience in any category, even survival, which I think slowly accumulates in the background, is very, very slow. And every time I push a button when I'm doing auto panning, it screws it up a little bit. But I can just restart it like that and it should be fine. Trying to think, I mean, we've definitely got enough clear glass to make as many lanterns as we're ever going to need. We obviously don't have the metal for that yet. But normal quartz is used for windows and for refractory bricks, and I'm not sure how that's going to work. We may have to, like, optimize tool purchasing at some point. I'm not really sure. But I can tell you that this particular panning exercise has been sadly not that productive. There's another. Okay. So go ahead and I guess I'll put that in there as well. And I mean, I might as well start what I know I'm going to have to do, which is make a hammer mold. So hammer mold is... Let's just see how much it's going to require. Here it is. Alright, so that's literally all the clay we had left. Or that we got from the one. So let's... I'll keep making that over time. I mean, am I better off just making more of that? I don't know. But I think the only thing I can do is try to get more basalt. And what I could do, certainly, is I could... gosh, I wish I had... Is there a way to do a chisel without metal working? No. Doesn't look like it, no. Because I was going to say, I could make dry stone if I had a chisel. But I can say, this has 55 duration, and even if you divide that by 3, and I used all of the basalt rocks, so that's 50, you know, it's like, what is that, 16, 17 blocks, so that'll get me real close to the island anyway. And then I could do something like use wood logs to get me there, or something like that. That might be the best strategy, honestly, at this point. I'm very desperate just to get to that island. I'm just at a roadblock here. Not a roadblock, just a slow point where I don't have the ability to make a bed. We're waiting, you know, another 12, 15, 20 hours for those trees. And getting to the island would be a really nice thing to do. If I had gotten that oak tree chopped down sooner, I wonder if maybe I wouldn't be feeling this far behind on that. Let's go pick that up. And I'm not sure, I'm not entirely convinced that I'm getting all of... There, I think I got another one, okay. Then I'm getting every single block that's coming out of this process, so there may be some breakage, some inefficiency. But even like 10 or 15, I think I estimated I need 40. So even like, yeah, 18 blocks or whatever would be pretty useful. And I have the ability to make more stone axe heads, or pickaxe heads. I just don't have the ability to get sticks right now. So that's like an always, like, even if I didn't have metal, I will have the ability to do this from now until the end of time. So theoretically I could get anywhere on the map as long as I don't starve to death or whatever. Even if I starve to death, by the way, I think I have unlimited lives. I died once. I caught myself on fire and I died. And I just respawned on the island and my body was right there, so. Alright, I guess the real question is, do I use these blocks as such, or do I make a gamble, hammer down as many stones as I can, and make them into gravel, and bank on getting enough clay, that was loud, enough clay to get me a hammer mold? Which then I can use to pour a metal hammer. I'm not sure. I really don't know what the answer to that question is. All I know is I'm about to use up the last of the durability of this pickaxe, and that's fine. I'm kind of okay with that, because at the end of the day, fundamentally what I'm doing is I'm getting the salt block, or rocks, like full rock blocks. There we go. So we got 17. I think I predicted, 16, 17, 18. If I got 18, I'd be very happy. And it looks like I'm going to get the 18th. I think that was my prediction of what the durability should give me. But it will break any moment now. There it goes. Okay, and I'm fine with it breaking right on that point. Nice stable situation there. About a day. Does it ever say less than a day? Hard to say. Oh, and I did plant the bamboo. It will mature in about 2 days. Okay. But yeah, those grass blocks occasionally have a tooltip. Like that has 136 hours. I don't believe those, because I've seen them grow faster than the tooltip has suggested. So I believe it's only a partially accurate thing. Alright, so I've got 18 blocks. My temptation would be to use them out there. Okay, so eating a little bit of apples. 117 hours on the cattails, which just seems like forever. Okay, so I'm gonna walk over to the edge of this block, and it's refreshing to be able to put full blocks down, because I don't have to worry about aiming like you do with slabs. Slabs you have to aim. Full blocks just go in the voxel. They take up the whole voxel. Okay, so we're very, very close now. It's almost jumpable. I'm not going to do that. I'm guessing I need about, I don't know, 5 more blocks to make it actually jumpable. And another, 10 to 15 to get connected. So, really very reasonably close. I mean, it's so close that if I really wanted to get over there, I could start cannibalizing other blocks over here, including some of these logs that have just been sitting here You know, I could get... And another thing I could do, since I don't currently have a pickaxe, I could take this. Actually, I'd have to... Let me... how can I do this? Okay, here's an idea. Let me grab this axe. This is me trying to avoid using the hammer to break apart my last remaining durability on pebbles, but let me put this over here. Okay, so that's connected to that, so I can get this one. I can get this one. Okay, so now I can place this here, get rid of that water, and grab it back. And that's fine, that's just a floating log, but that's okay. Then, without even having a pickaxe, I can still pick these back up. See, and what I can do is I can just cannibalize these. I can use them for my own ends, since they're no longer serving me. Oh, and I need to replace that. I can actually probably borrow that. This one I'm gonna just throw there. Okay, but then we can continue getting cobblestone. And like I said, I think it's about 15 blocks away total. So let's just let's take a stab at this. Got 6, 7, 8 blocks now. I think I'd be satisfied if I could get like 10 blocks or so. See if I can snatch this one without it going into the lava. And I can grab this one. And I'm going to try to avoid taking dirt over there. Alright, I'm going to put these down as well. That should not affect grass growth. I'm just getting them out of my inventory. Alright, so now what can I do? I can take that, but I'm not going to. I could take this one, I think. Okay, so now I gotta make tough decisions. So one thing I could do is I could just reposition this. Okay. Where's my axe? Right there. And we do have 4 firewood there for the purpose of our last pit kiln, but I need sticks first. Okay. So I've got 9 plus 3. That should be pretty close. Let's go for it and see what we get on the other platform to help us out. Okay, so let's start out with the cobble. Oh, actually, hold on. Okay, I was wondering if I could make these into more slabs, but I cannot. They do occasionally change main block recipes in this game, so it's not entirely crazy to like wonder about what if there's like another way to do a thing. Like, that's not crazy. And by the way, I'm definitely within jumping range here. So I think what I'm going to do is just do 3 more straight ahead. Like so. And then I'm just going to jump it, and then we'll use... Oh, there's a goat. I really want to keep that goat. So So I'm going to try to avoid startling the goat. Hi. I wonder if there's... Is there a male goat as well? Or did he fall off, maybe? I like you kind of on that tree. It's a very nice, secure place for you. And there's a snail. Can I... Is this protected, like usual? Oh, sweet. It's not protected. I can steal these. Okay, I'm going to put this on my back. I'm going to just take this. And I can take the barrel, too. That's so cool. That's convenient as fuck. In fact, I'm going to... So my concern here is about the goat. And let me just... I'll just put this in my inventory like normal. Oh, sweet. Actually, are you serious? Oh, it's just hanging out there. It's not... Why would it be hanging out there? It's empty, right? I don't know why it's going over here. I didn't know it could. But in any event... Let me get the... okay, this is limestone. Sweet. So that is useful for leather making, etc. And I definitely want those cattails as well, but my initial concern is for the goats. And there's one, but I do not see another one, which is deeply concerning. Now look, if the map was set up to have multiple goats and one fell off just randomly, I'm open to cheating one in just to have that option. Okay, so we can buy resin, nails, and strips, which would be extraordinarily useful. Sulfur, beeswax, lime, which is useful. So this is the commodities merchant, so that's good stuff. I cannot really make money from him. But I can sleep, and I'm going to. Okay, so this is nice that these are unprotected traders, and I can just use their stuff. So we'll go ahead and wake up here and see if those trees have grown in my place. Now, I don't see them on the map having grown. So now the thing to do probably, again being aware that there's a goat there, and I don't want to anger it, but I do need a stick at least. And this is a bald cypress, like I thought it might be. Figured it was either maple or bald cypress, but I couldn't quite tell from afar. Okay, so I'm only seeing the one goat. My guess, unless there's another goat on another island, this was meant to have both genders of goats, and something happened to cause that not to be the case. So, I'm gonna make a knife. Oh. We already have one back home, but I'm gonna make another one just to get these cattails. Okay. So I need to make a method to get up there as well. So the thing that strikes me as the most likely way to do that would be to simply... Let me make an axe real quick. I'm going to go ahead and dismantle part of this wagon, I think, just to make a little staircase to get back to my walkway. So now we always have a bed to sleep in. That's a really big deal. And I might try to grab the barrel or the crate there at some point, but let me just start out by working on this tree a bit, seeing if I can get a sapling. Theoretically we should. Bald cypress is fairly decent drop rates. Okay, these cattails are extraordinarily important. And so I think rather than risk losing them, I think what I'm going to do is borrow some of these. I think basically what I'm going to do is dismantle the roof of this back car and use these wooden pieces. And I'm less interested in these, but I guess... Okay, that'll work for one. But let's get the planks over here. Now, I think what I'm going to do first and foremost is... Well, that's safe, but this one is the one that's not safe. I'm going to put that right there. Now I can safely get all of those. Okay, so okay, so we're making progress on this ladder here. And I don't want to get that goat down yet. Let's make... You know what? I was going to make some ladders, but I think I won't. I think I'll just keep using these blocks. Well, I do have some fences here. I think it might make sense to put fences in just to help with the goat situation. So if I start fencing in the base of this tree, essentially, I think it will eventually make it so that goat has to stay there. And in order to know for sure whether I get to spawn in another goat, I think I need to... Well, the thing I should do is... I mean, what I would do is reload the world from the beginning and just cheat over to see if there's 2 goats initially. Alright. I'm just gonna grab some of this stuff. Okay. And I'll leave that for now. I do want to get these cattails, just to be clear. So let me just throw some stuff in here we don't really need. And then let's get these cattail roots and take them back and put them with my other cattails. And that'll bring us up to a grand total of 6 cattails. Okay, and I do need to get up to that still. And it is over this piece of land now, so that's good. But I still want to trap this goat. And I think the best way to do that is these fences. But let me just get the rest of these blocks here. Go ahead and get the sound up just a hair, the music level. Okay. So I can use these again. Alright, so I've got a full staircase now. And I've even got a little bit of leftover decorative logs. That's all fine. Now, going back to trapping the goat, and then working on getting that sapling, I think what I'm going to do is grab these fences. Now, I could... I'm sure maybe one day I'll come back here and repair this. But for now, I need every fence that I can get to make this happen. So there's 4. Are there any in the front? Yes, there are. Come back to that in a sec. Oh, goat's down. Okay, well, He's down, or she's down, but she's walking around, so... Okay, actually, can I just narrow this down a little bit? This axe sucks. Alright, let me... Okay, I believe that goat is basically trapped now, and that is good. The only thing, again, that I'm a little bit concerned about is whether the male counterpart to this goat may have left by virtue of gravity. And so I think I'm just going to go ahead and assume that's the case and cheat a male goat in. I think I legitimately trapped this goat. Well... Okay, so I think that's pretty good. I think that's about as good as we're going to get. So let's go over to creative mode. Goat. Or I guess it's a ram. Bighorn ram. Okay, so we'll go over back to survival, and I'm just going to plop him right there. Okay, so now we've got access to one of the game's main animals, and I think it was legitimate for me to do that. Let me just grab a few more little goodies from over here before we head back. I could bring the bed back with me. Ooh, we did lose a limestone there. Not ideal. So the problem is we're going to run out. No, we're not. This guy sells lime. So at some point we might be able to replenish this supply, but for now I'm just going to grab a bunch of it. Okay. And let's just grab these two things. And let's see if I can get these in the little wicker basket. We're going to manually carry this back. And I'll put those in there. Okay, so that's full. And there is fire clay right on this island too, so that's good to know if we need, you know, significantly more clay. Theoretically, there's a way to get it, although we're going to have to work for it. It's down there. Oh, and theoretically, there's supposed to be a treasure chest on this island too, I think I read. On all the islands. So, we may come back and do that. I may... Let's take, like, 4 of these. We're going to have a lot more storage, by the way, so I'm not as worried about this kind of thing, but I'm just going to take a little bit of this sand to pan. Trying not to lose any here. Okay, so I've overdone it a little bit from my initial intent there. Maybe if I can just get this layer done. Theoretically, if these fall, this one has the potential to fall all the way. Okay, it didn't. And I do wonder about whether the treasure chest is like down under the sand somehow. Does not appear to be. And maybe I'll just take a peek on this one. Does not appear to be. Okay. Well, that's enough of that sand. Okay, so the last thing is the tree, and I do want to get this tree down. And I want to especially get saplings if possible. So this has been a pretty successful journey to this island. Okay, there goes the axe. Did we get any seeds yet? Okay, and the goat got me. I knew that was going to be an issue at some point. Okay, no saplings so far. I would be tempted to cheat a bald cypress. Oh no, there, I got one. There it is. Okay. I was gonna say, I would be willing, potentially, to cheat another one into existence if we completely got fucked over on that. But let me just grab these, because we're not gonna have any more sources of those, right? Or do they grow on trees randomly sometimes? I guess we're gonna find out. One of the reasons that I'm so excited to be doing this series is because I get to find out a lot about the mechanics of the game that I'm just not that knowledgeable about. Okay, let's... You know what I just realized? I had 10 sticks on me. And I just used... Let's see if I can get the same again. Yeah, we're gonna be okay on that. Okay, so we only got the one sapling, it looks like, or seed, or whatever. That's okay, at least we're maintaining equilibrium. Oh, shit! I just got murdered by the goat. So that's okay, and we have a sow now, too. So the sow spawned while I was over there with its child. Okay, and it's trying to kill me. Okay, so the whole spawning of the goat thing, probably completely unnecessary. It may have spawned naturally anyway. Alright. So first and foremost, let's get this. Alright. And then let's get rid of that. Alright, so there are boars back on my island now. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do anything with them. In fact, I'm a little bit concerned about it because I don't have the ability to manage that safely right now. But I do want to get that tree down, so let's make another axe. And we do have the 10 sticks that we need, plus 2 additional for stuff back home, which is going to be great. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this down. And we'll just keep these sheep right where they are. Alright. Shit. Okay, so we're putting this on the back. Alright, and then I could just carry this manually. Now the problem is getting around these pigs if they attack me. Now I do have the axe, and I don't have a problem killing them necessarily, but I'd prefer a different solution, but I'm not sure I have one that's available to me. Okay, let's see if the mom's around. See, here's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to set this chest down and probably kill the mom pig. There's the... Okay. So what if I got my spear? Actually... Yeah, I think that's the only option I have right now, is kill. They will respawn. They spawned once, they'll do it again. Can I get the other spears? Okay, there we go. I've got 3 spears. Start with the copper. Okay, the pig jumped off the edge, so we at least have the reality that we're not going to be murdered by the pig now. Sad that he fell off the edge, mind you, but there wasn't much I could do about that and live myself. And let me just keep collecting this grass while I'm over here. Forgot that, kind of got focused on that other task, and I lost my method of avoiding tramplage. Okay, but I think we've made really good progress here, and yeah, let's get that there, and then let's get this safely secured on our island. Okay, and then I'm going to put this vessel here. So now we've got actual storage, which is great. Let's get these cattail roots down as quickly as possible. Consolidate the lime. So we've got these 3, 1, 2, 3. I think I can just put them like that. Let's move this firewood a little bit over. Okay. So, now that we have storage, and now that we have a bunch of sand, we can pan some more. And we can also start storing more things like roots, or vines that we don't need to... Ooh, this fell off. Because of the pig, I think. Because of that pig attack. So that's why I don't like to have flowers on dirt with this mod. Because you can lose them. Okay, so I think I can consolidate all these vines in here. Let's get this grass. This grass. Alright, let's get this one way out here. This one's kind of controversial, it's so far away. Try to trample as little as possible. Okay, we actually did okay. So we now got 9 plus 2, so we got 11 of the 24 that we need for a bed. Alternatively, I could always make another torch. We're going to be at a point now where we're not as concerned about grass, although we're still going to always want to be looking for more. But we're almost at that point where it's not nearly as urgent. Okay, so we got half the grass we need for the bed. And let's get these extra tools down. Okay, so now we've got the sticks for this pit kiln. And we need this firewood here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and light this. A little bit inconvenient placement, but that's okay. And by the way, if it starts raining, we're screwed. So I might want to consider doing something about that. Okay. So, less than a day is the tooltip that's showing now. Okay, so I guess we're converting into less than a day on this first one here. So that's good, I think. And that's going to take 19 hours. So here's the deal. I think this is a good stopping place for this second episode. I'm just going to use the time between when this is ready and the next episode to basically just do panning. Hopefully we get some clay out of this sand that we brought over. And since we brought it over from there, we don't have to use up our hammer durability, which is a nice bonus. And if we do get some clay, we can make the hammer mold. But I think it's going to be fine just the way it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do some panning. If you've been watching, thank you so much. This has been a fun couple of streams, honestly. What the fuck? What's in the way here? Whatever. Apparently I had some leftover gravel too, which I didn't realize. But anyway, I'm just gonna pan. But I'm gonna end the episode. I'll pick it back up here when we're ready to turn to metalworking, and that will be a pretty big moment in this playthrough. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Vintage